Let's take a moment to talk more about gifted and talented. And can you all explain the difference between these two?
So in our field, we use the terms interchangeably a lot of times, gifted and talented. But in our eyes, they mean two very different things. A lot of traditional tests we've been using in the field to identify kids for gifted programs really are a combination of looking at gifted and talented students. So some of the students that we consider as talented, students would not be able to demonstrate their understanding, their knowledge if they don't speak English fluently, for example, or if they have students from different cultures have different cultural upbringings with different strengths and opportunities that come with those upbringings. So when we look at gifted and talented, we want to separate the two. Gifted means kids that have high ability, and talented means kids that are very accomplished. They've learned a lot in school. They've excelled in certain areas. But there's a lot of gifted kids who are not talented, who have not yet acquired those skills, those academic skills that we learn in school or from other educational opportunities prior to being in school. Where talented students, a lot of those look gifted, but they might not have the highest ability, but they're very accomplished and they work well and they do well in school. The kids that concern us the most are those kids with high ability who are not yet highly achieving, at least not achieving commensurate with their levels of ability. And so we want to develop these tools to find those kids who specifically have that potential to do very well in school and in life, but maybe it's not recognized based on their accomplishments or what they're achieving in school.
And think about the social and emotional impact of that on a student sitting in a class that knows that they're smart. They know they are. They're just not being identified on this traditional measure. I mean, it has to really greatly impact the emotional growth of a student who just does not have the opportunity to participate in a program that clearly they know that they should be in.
It's also possible that a student may think they're not smart because they're not getting all A's in school. And when that student is identified, that will not only change the course of the student's life, it could dramatically change student self-perception and the perception of parents and teachers about that student.
And the confidence that that child has in himself or herself sitting in that classroom, knowing that they're intellectually understanding certain aspects, but not able quite yet to demonstrate that understanding. So that confidence level of saying, yes, I get you. I see that you're smart. You have a lot of potential. And just that encouragement and acknowledgement that that child has that potential is really motivating for the child. They're going to take academic risks. They're going to push themselves to engage more actively in the schooling than they would if their abilities were not recognized.